Hey everybody, this is Bert G. Oren, and this is the first episode of a brand new D&D stream, Quests and Quandaries.
Woo!
We are going to be exploring the adventures of 4 young and budding upstarts. Eli Priestley, Ryogo, Lark, and Constance. Our adventure starts in the town of Oakhurst at the Old Boar Inn. Tonight, the tavern of the Old Boar Inn is alive and kicking, as our 4 young upstarts are playing on stage. Now, if I could get everyone to move themselves onto the stage right quick, which is right here in the middle. And let's start with... Actually, we're just going to go from top to bottom on the screen here. Ryogo, why don't you go and describe yourself, please? And what are you playing? As y'all are jamming out on the...
Hello, I'm Joel, and I'm playing Ryogo. Ryogo is a small tabaxi. He's just an orange house cat. He stands a few inches above 5 feet, so he's probably shorter than most of the patrons here, and he probably has most of his other accoutrements off, but he's mostly got like a big old cloak on that kind of like hides a little bit of him, and he's got most of him, and then he's kind of got like his tambourine that he's playing, and he's playing it very energetically. He is very happy to be up on this stage, but he's got his stuff is probably off in the corner somewhere.
Alrighty. Since Lark happens to also be on the stage, Lark, could you give a description for me, please?
Hey. Lark is a fairy, but it doesn't appear quite right. Like, usually fae in general are bright, a reflection of the stream of emotions they possess. Lark, meanwhile, has maintained some of the stereotypical fairy traits, like being 3 feet tall, which, to put in perspective, is about the height of the standard where a doorknob reaches. And she has very almost dragonfly wings behind her that seem a little bit large compared to her body. But her colors are muted. Almost like a touch of gray has been added to the whole palette. She has a tattoo on her left hand, which is a raven's head facing inwards, and the feathers end up becoming a circle to outline the figure. Her skin is mostly a gray-blue, with some tones of green almost seeming to be sewn into the skin itself. The most visible of that is on her cheek and throat. She has 1 green eye and 1 blue eye, and then her wings are also green. Her hair is an off-white and chopped kind of short, and this, along with a lot of the loose boyish clothing she tends to wear, make it kind of difficult to discern her gender right away. On first glance, she looks kind of young, perhaps early teens at the oldest, but her eyes seem a little bit like older, kind of like how an elf's might look. And on her shoulder is a real raven, and in her pocket is a rat. And she has a necklace basically showing her devotion to the Raven Queen around her neck, very, very open about her faith in that regard. And she is playing a keyboard piano. It's actually kind of around her shoulder, almost like a guitar. So it's kind of like I guess it would be called a guitar piano. And she's staying very much so in the back.
Oh my god, you play a keytar.
Just a second.
You're from the 80s.
definitely chilling in the back corner of the stage. Very specifically, does not seem to be wanting to be the center of attention, but she does sing well and she plays well, so she could try to go up front, but that's not at all her personality. At least not at this point in time.
All right, good to know. Next to to Lark. Constance, describe yourself, please.
Hi guys. All right. Well, Constance is a Eladrin druid, and she's as Eladrin. Her hair can change color. Right now, she's calm, so she's got autumn red hair. She's got more of the finer clothes in the group because she does come from a noble background. She's the daughter of a count and a countess, so her clothing has a bit of like style jewels to it. Right now, she's wearing a tunic with pants underneath, so she can move easily. And on top of her head, she wears a tiara, which basically is the leaves and snowflakes and different parts of the season. And in the middle is a golden locket with her name and the description of an archer as a constellation, which is very special to her. And she is playing the dulcimer right now, along with Lark. She stays towards the background. She's not exactly shy, but she just doesn't really know that she need to be up front. She's not singing, she's just playing.
Alrighty. And last but certainly not least, the man in front singing and playing away. Eli, could you give a description of yourself, please?
Oh, hell, there ain't much to describe. Just a good old country boy from the wrong side of the tracks playing guitar. I love two things in life, my mama and making beautiful music for my adoring fans. When I can find them, that is. I got this here lute, but I play it like a guitar. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Found these random weirdos about a month out, but we've been playing together pretty good. You could say they're talented, and I like them most of the time, even though the furry one does, well, and the fairy, and, well, okay, they all kind of give me the heebie-jeebies a little bit, but they play well.
Alright, well, speaking of playing, I would like for everyone to give me a performance check, and if you're also have proficiency in the music in the instrument you're playing, you could roll it with advantage.
Yes. Alright, performance.
I'm going to do a...
Drop that tambourine.
Oh. Roll.
That would be a 26.
Oh.
Natural one. What?
Remember, Constance, I did say you could roll it with advantage, so roll it again.
Okay.
Just when I say they know how to play well, this happens. Come on, pull together now.
Oh, hold on. Take it to one side.
Alright. Just give me one more performance roll, Constance.
There it goes.
Alright. Well, it is as a group check, this is a overwhelming success. Because of the simple fact of there's 3 out of 4 of y'all did succeed.
I'm off to a great start.
Well, Constance, I would think it's probably because you're more used to playing by yourself, so you haven't had, even though you're still getting in the groove of, performing in a group. And also, this is a rowdy location. You're used to playing in a nice, quiet place and
a different clientele.
That is true. Merci, Mr. DM.
Alright, as soon as y'all finish your current number, the crowd erupts in cheers. Everyone's excited. They think you did great.
Ryogo is loving this. He's waving to everybody, having a grand. He's having a grand time with this.
Eli, give me a quick perception check.
I need to find a way to keep my character sheet open, but also see the screen.
If you double click on your name bar, it should be able to... Okay. Not quite what I was expecting, but you were just too enthused in the music. You are too... It's like, yeah, we did a great job, everyone's happy.
He lives for music. He doesn't necessarily live for the afterwards.
Alright, it's at this point you see bursting in from the main entryway over in this direction, a older dwarf, bright, red beard with shades of gray. He has a heavy leather apron on. It looks like he and he is holding a cloth next to the top of it, next to his head, like he had been attacked. And it's with that, as soon as he goes and steps in, everyone stops and looks over toward him. It's like, they caught Ronnie. Someone came and took my little boy. Ugh. There are several...
So Ryogo... Ryogo doesn't realize the situation at the moment. He, like, before the guy speaks, he's still, like, waving his hands, and he doesn't realize that everybody has gone quiet and is looking somewhere else. And it's only when he hears them speak that he, like, oh, shoot, something's going on. He starts looking over to where the guy is.
Alright. You see some of the patrons right at the nearby table go over and started taking, like, checking on him, see if he's okay and everything.
Constance goes to her mouth and say, "Oh no." She's gonna look to one of her servants, Henri or Miss Lambert, and say, "Could one of you please get some water and a towel for the poor man?"
Miss Lambert, see, hearing your request, will immediately go over and start talking to the man behind the bar to see if he can do that. And some of you hear the other patrons that are next to him saying, "They got Ronnie. What happened? Everything all right?" He's like, and the older dwarf's like, "No, we were just closing up shop for the day. Then all of a sudden we got attacked out of nowhere. I'm not exact. I mean, I only caught a glimpse of one of them right as he knocked me good upside the head. But I think it was a goblin. A goblin came in. Goblins had come in and ransacked the place."
At this point, Ryogo is gonna kind of like jump off the stage and kind of grab up his pack and stuff, and he actually has like a big old crossbow along with a pike that he's kind of like that he's holding on to as he kind of starts approaching up to where the dwarf is.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, where was this?
He looks up, sees you're basically raring to go. He's like, "Oh, it was at my at my shop, lad."
Have we been here long enough that I might recognize him?
Yeah, you recognize this man as Rorik Luntger. This is the local blacksmith.
Oh, okay.
You probably have, just with your outings and about, you probably have gone to him to, get your weapon repaired, or, a piece of a link in your chainmail may have gotten busted.
Yeah, that sounds about right. All right, so I'm guessing. I guess I know where his shop is.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna turn around and kind of like wave to everybody on stage with like the pike in my hand, and it's like, I'm gonna go find him. I'll be back soon.
And the guy's like, "By yourself, lad?" I mean, I
Hold your tail.
Lark just rolled.
We should go too to help.
Constance, ain't I seen you patch me up before? Now fix the man's head and let's get going.
Okay, perform healing word on Monsieur Roderick.
click on the spell on your character sheet to see how much he gets back. Oh, he is. Just with a quick incantation and all that, his head, the wound on his head quickly heals over.
There you are, monsieur.
Thank you, young lady.
Where did you see him take the boy?
I was knocked out over the head. When I came to, my shop had been rummaged through, and my boy was gone. So I don't honestly exactly know where they took him.
We got Miss Constance and, well, whatever he is. He nods to Ryoko. We'll find him.
Ryoko is like dancing semi-impatiently, like, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. He's rare. He's raring to go.
Ryoko
Just turns to Flint and is like, "See that? That's called worry." Points at the dwarf. "See that? That's called eagerness." Points at Ryoko.
You see, Flint looks at you. Rolf, well, let's just switch it around a little bit. Nah, just goes, "Ma!"
You say he rummaged through your shop. Anything missing?
I mean, ma'am, well, I haven't had a chance to fully go through my inventory, so, I mean...
Miss Tom.
I figured, getting someone to try and help rescue my boy was more important to figuring out what exactly might be missing.
Exactly my thinking. Come on, Miss Constance, let's get moving. And nothing matters more than a man's boy. Come on.
I don't know.
She's just gonna start flying out the door. And it's just like, we're done waiting. I know where I'm going.
Alright, so...
Already flying.
We're gonna head back. We're gonna change back
to the blacksmith.
Y'all are already over here, and y'all are gonna be going down here to the smithy. When you get there, you see it is the main shop is a open air spot where people can come up, start talking to them. It makes it easier for the for the actual like forge itself to not overheat the space. And it's here you can tell that something happened over here. Some tools are on the ground. A table looks like it's been broken. And it's just a mess.
Any footprints or anything else? Any footprints or anything else to try and track?
Anyone that wants to can make me either a survival check or an investigation check, depending on on how you're wanting to look at this.
I am if I am just, I'll look for footprints and okay, so either one. Yeah.
Can
yeah,
I
you can use either one, either survival or investigation.
Could I do detect magic or no?
You could spend some time and do a ritual cast of detect magic. I would allow that.
Okay. Oh, nothing happened.
So for investigation, we got a 21 and a 22 going.
Oh, you didn't need to keep clicking on it, Constance.
Oh.
Boy.
Can I also roll for investigation or?
After you do that, you can do either investigation or survival.
Okay, I'll do investigation. Go back. Come on.
Eli, are you going to do anything?
I don't think I have either of those skills. Let me look.
So, even if you don't have the skill, you can always say that you're helping somebody else, and that will give them advantage on their skill check. It's a thing that you can do even if you're untrained in the skill.
Alright, I did survival instead.
Yeah, I don't have either of those. I'm helping somebody else.
Alright,
Who would you like to help?
Trying to think of which one of you guys creeps me out the least. I'm going with Ryoko right now.
All right, Ryogo, you can roll that. You can roll your investigation check again.
All right. I'm
You're like
just
a little
big
bit of
old
a fey
cat. I'm
bias
not
going
creepy.
on.
Oh, I got another
Okay,
22.
it's 22 either way.
I think you got 3 rolls that are all above a 20, DM.
I believe I do have
We
3
find
rolls
something.
over a 20.
Yeah, I don't know what we find, but we probably find something.
You know what?
All right, so Lark, what kind of things would you be looking for in this case?
Lark's mostly looking for footprints. In her mind, there's a missing boy, and that's the paramount going on. So even though she's not the best at tracking, she is familiar with little feet versus big feet, and goblins have little feet. So little feet footprints, or just kind of looking at a goblin's height is kind of similar to hers. and using that to her advantage, like actually going on the ground and be like, okay, so if I was this tall, this is how I would move in terms of like my elbow would come here to bend a bush or other such things of that nature.
All right. You notice there are a bunch of little footprints. You also are able to tell there are 3 different sets of bigger footprints. One of which is a little small. On the bigger footprints, one set is smaller than the other 2. And with your 20, you noticed one set of the teeny tiny footprints walked off. They're still within the main part of the smithy, but you notice that they went over to a heavy cabinet. And the cabinet seems to have been cracked, like a lock had been busted on the external part of the cabinet itself.
Gonna look inside the cabinet.
When you look in, it has 3 different shelves. The top one seems to be the top 2 seem to have probably been out of the little creature's reach, because one of them has different jars across the top with various different handwritten labels on it. By chance, do you speak Dwarvish?
No.
Then unfortunately you're not able to read what is in those jars. The next one down seems to be an extra, like, stacks of folded clothes. Probably some extra shirts, extra apron or 2, just in case, one gets a hole in it. Or it, a shirt accidentally catches fire or something like that. They can do a quick change and keep going.
I've only done that one time.
The bottom shelf, however, is completely empty. And you can tell from, like, the dust that has settled on this, there was a box that sat here that has been removed. It seems to be about, maybe about a 1.5 feet by about a 1.5 feet long by about a foot wide, and maybe about 8 inches tall. Well, you can't really tell the height, but it's about 18 inches wide by about 12 inches long. All right, and we will get back to that here in a second. Ryogo, what were you looking for?
I am primarily looking for what happened to Ronnie. So, I'm imagining if they kidnapped him, that they either put him on something to carry him off, or just carried him off, maybe knocked him out somewhere, or maybe he ended up getting away and is hiding somewhere in the town.
All right. With your investigation, with your check, I'm guessing, Lark, did you point out his the other smaller set of footprints?
Of course.
Alrighty, so you see Ronnie's foot. We're assuming are Ronnie's foot, the smaller, big person footprints, and goblins. The smaller footprints surround him, and you see some drag marks dragging him away. And it's at this point you notice while you're looking around this spot, there are actually some some animal footprints here. And these are definitely not a normal sized animal, but they look canine.
Okay. Do the drag marks disappear where the canine ones, where they made up with the canine one then?
Yes, they do. Oh, and just to give
All
for
right.
a time of day, it is late in the evening, probably about 9 or 10 o'clock at night
Okay.
at this point. Give me either a survival roll or a survival or nature roll. And roll it with advantage for me.
Alright. Advantage, survival, or nature roll. Oh, okay. Wow, that's an 11.
I mean, we have to balance out all the 20s.
Exactly.
Well, you do remember that there is because of the focus of your training and all that, you are aware that goblins travel with this big canine creature, but just the name of it is just it's like it's right there on the cusp of your memory, but you just can't. You know it, but you do know it is a large creature, and it is because of the way the paws are, it is canine, but you just can't remember exactly what it is off the top of your head.
It's the Gobo Doggo. That's what it is. It's a Gobo Doggo. If I
Right.
don't remember the name, I'll make one up for it.
Like it.
Constance, what are you looking for?
Well, I did detect magic, and I since they've already looking at the footprints, I'm also looking at if any branches nearby have been broken. Really, any other clues?
All right. With your
They dropped anything?
with detect magic, you do get a faint sense of magic coming from two different sources in the smithy. One of which is actually from the forge itself.
Okay.
And the other one is there's a off in the far corner, which and under a and it's whatever it is, it's under a tarp that is heavy with dust.
Okay, I move forward. Say that's interesting. I move in and go in to investigate.
It seems to be it's part of the second one is part of a workstation, but you're not exactly. I'm guessing Constance is not really familiar with blacksmithing.
No, he's not.
So it is it looks like it's whatever it is. It's a workstation, and it's whatever it is sitting on a heavy wooden stump, and it gives a bit of a. The anvil gives off a bit of transmutation magic, while the forge gives off a little bit of evocation magic.
Interesting. And then the other, you said in another corner.
That's where that's where that other workstation is. You just have the two senses of magic that are going on inside of the actual smithy.
Hmm.
Okay.
DM, could because the ritual takes about 10 minutes, Ryogo found some tracks. Could I send Flint to start scouting ahead while some of this is happening?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, so the magic that I'm seeing is nothing to do with the goblin.
No. Do you say this out loud?
Yes.
All right. Rorik had came over here with y'all and was watching y'all look around and start doing investigations, and he mentions like, "Oh, that's for that's an anvil that had been passed down in my family for generations.
Steady.
There's
So
not a
you-
lot of call here for like enhanced weaponry. So every now and then, someone who's found out about it and can afford to come here and potentially get a weapon modified and it makes also it easier to work with unique and harder to find materials.
Good to know for the future. Merci, monsieur. So nothing here, as you were right, Eli. So let's go see the boy. Follows the tracks. Oui?
I mean, sounds good to me. We ought to be going. Yep. He's ready to go.
Oh, where do
Is
the
Eli using a torch or anything for light? Because we'll probably start to have some vision.
Can I use control flame? With the
I think
cantrip?
you can see in the dark. Lark can see in the dark, and I think Ryogo can see in the dark.
But
I got torches.
I'm gonna be stumbling around blind.
no.
That's what I was
We got-
thinking.
we got
Torches,
torches.
Eli.
I got some torches.
Okay, there we go.
I got a torch so you can see. If you can light it, Constance.
Oh, oui. So I'll do. Do I do this? Put the spell in roll 20.
You don't have to.
I don't think you need a.
You don't need to constantly click on the spells to be able to do them.
Okay.
Yeah, if it's cantrip, it just pops off, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I should.
Yeah, some of them
Okay.
have like a verbal component or something that you might have to keep in mind of if it matters. But other times, if you're not trying to be stealthy or anything.
I say, those watching, if you haven't guessed yet, I'm the noob, so I appreciate my fellow players helping me out. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna do control flame and light the torches.
Yeah, the only time like cantrips really matter that you might have to roll anything with it is if it has like if it's an attack cantrip
Mhm.
or something like that. But a lot of the ones that are like thaumaturgy or control flames or things like that, like if the component says verbal or somatic and you're trying to be stealthy about it, then the DM might have you roll something, but lots of those are just cool.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
But like the guidance cantrip that Lark keeps casting, that I've been rolling a 1d4 because it's an actual roll that you get to add to your skill check.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, control flames is just something
Oh, yeah.
you can do.
Yeah, but like I think
Weirdly
your
enough,
other one,
in the stuff for control flames, I don't see why it doesn't have a thing where you can actually, spark combustible things. So I'll allow control flames to actually, it says you can extinguish flames, but you can't ignite something that's flammable. But
Oh,
I'm
interesting.
allowing it to be I can also ignite things that are flammable because you can control fire.
Okay.
Thank you for
mean,
overruling that dumb rule.
yeah, like Druidcraft and Prestidigitation and Thaumaturgy all allow you to kind of sort of. Well, actually, Thaumaturgy doesn't. It just lets you change the color of flames.
So Ryogo will hold out the torch for Eli to take. Here you go.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. And then
Everyone keep your
Ryogo
eyes
will.
and ears open.
Sorry, what was that?
Everyone keep your eyes and ears open.
Does Flint report back by the time we start getting moving? kinda help us
Give
go in the right
me
direction?
give me a survival check for Flint.
Okay, let me move to Flint's character sheet. Did you take perception?
Perception can work for in this case, as you've already pointed out what the tracks look like. He could try and see if he spots them here in town.
Okay. That is Flint's perception of the +3, because I don't have a +3 to perception. That's why I asked.
All right. You notice as the tracks are, well, he notices as the tracks are going, they are not super stealthy. Because as soon as he goes, you start seeing him head this way, and they head out of town going south.
I'm kind of imagining that a bird is leading the group now. Just, we're following a raven.
Works for me.
Well, as he
Uh,
comes
Funny, I've
back,
been
he
doing
lands
this
on your
money
shoulder.
down
He
on
does
it.
a polite, just to get your attention. He does a light peck on your shoulder. Does a ah, ah, and he starts getting you just flapping, trying to get everyone's visual attention, and he just starts flying away.
Lark will 100% say a small prayer of gratitude to the Raven Queen and to and Flint in particular as her vessel as she flies after him.
Ryogo is going to kind of grab Rorik's hand and like bring him along.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna try and take care of the shop. My wife is in a bit of distress with the fact that Ronnie is gone. But I will thank you in any way I can when you bring him back.
just to check out the gate, because there may be somebody injured there from how the goblins came in.
Constant raises an eyebrow at Rorik's behavior.
Come on.
Perception check?
That way we.
You're
way we
definitely
can
thinking
go-
more of an insight check.
Insight check? Okay.
And while you're doing that, as y'all are heading out of town, if anyone wants to do like quick perception checks and all of that, you can go ahead and give me perception checks for if you're wanting to look at things. But yeah, Constance, if you can give me an
want to
insight
see
check.
how they managed to get in.
19. I don't have any items.
It's a 24 total.
Oh, sweet.
You can tell he is, while he is a blacksmith and all that, he is not a warrior. He is not a fighter. He is also worried about, he was being completely honest. He wants to, he has a lot to do here, and also he needs to make sure to keep his wife company because she is distraught. I mean, she is not out here.
It's also...
But it's also why he asked for help. He knows he can't do it on his own.
Well, of course. Let's get going.
It's also kind of a matter of these are commoners, and a commoner might cause more trouble for us than if they were there, because then we're protecting them as well as trying to get the boy. as opposed to if it's just us. So it would actually be better for us all overall if he stayed. It would be harder, possibly, with him there.
Are you saying that's me in character or?
No, this is out of character. Just
Oh,
thinking,
okay.
like,
Oh, yeah,
because
that
I
is-
know in character, we're like, because in character, you'd think a father wants to go and defend a child, but then you got to also think that these people
Yeah.
are not meant to fight goblins, even with that. And if they see adventurers that are commonly going from point A to point B, our inclination would be that a parent would always run after their child immediately. But if you're seeing travelers that often go from point A to point B and probably have interacted with goblins before or encountered dangers before, you might realize that you, in fact, would be hurting your chances of getting your son back by going. So that's why it's like, I understand the inclination to like immediately question it and incite it, but we gotta also keep that in mind as we're playing. So it's not a immediate suspicion. It's actually it would be considered normal in this thing. But yes, that's completely out of character.
Ryoko was just planning on using him as a messenger, so that because they hadn't made it to the gate yet, so if something was going on at the gate, then Rorik may be able to tell somebody about it. He wasn't planning on dragging him into battle or anything.
But yeah, he doesn't go with you as you're going, and Ryogo, as you're heading over, you do notice as you get closer to the wall, to the exterior gate, there is a right out on the exterior edge of the gate. You see a big pile of dirt.
Oh, they put a bunch of dirt near the wall so that you can scramble up and over it, didn't they?
No. The wall is actually about 20 feet high. Do you go explore with this mound of dirt?
I'm guessing it's a hole then underneath it.
As you get over, your suspicion is correct. They dug underneath the... From the looks of this, like, you can see inside the hole. More than likely, the big canine creature that was with them, dug underneath the base of the wall, so they could go up and under, not immediately within sight of the southern gate.
Gonna fly
Oh,
over the gate.
hell. I don't mind rampaging through the forest, but climbing into a dirt hole...
Do they have any guards on the gates?
You do see there are two, but they're way up top, near the top of the gate, not directly at its base.
Ryoko is gonna let out a loud whistle to try and get one of their attention.
Lark's just gonna fly up to them and wave.
All right, as you're flying up there, and Ryogo, you whistle. Both of them seem to all of a sudden just, straighten up real quick and look around. And it appears they were sleeping standing up.
Lark just shakes her head and is like, "Can you open the gate for my friends?" Kind of let a bunch of goblins in.
Now me and old Bob over here, we're a lot better, we're town guards, man. We're a bit more perceptive than that. We would have noticed with them some little goblins trying to get into the city.
No, we got witnesses and a boy. You can defend your jobs later to somebody that cares. Can you open the gates? Thanks.
Give me either a persuasion or an intimidation check of your choice.
Be intimidation because she's not really being persuasive right now. And she is going to... No, she doesn't. So it's a flat 10.
That is enough to scare these two guys to turn around and quickly come down and open the gate.
And while they're down, I am going to point out the hole to them. They got little diggers.
Oh, man. Hey, Bob, why don't we go, let's make sure to fill this up so that way, we won't have this issue, potentially coming back to bite us in the keister later. It's like, okay, Jim, let's go ahead and do that. And they start going over, and they just, use the shields that they have with them to start trying scoop dirt back into the hole.
Oh, hell, those boys don't understand. They already been bitten the keister. Much obliged,
Okay.
Lark. Let's get going.
Yeah,
time
Lark
to
just
go.
continues to fly. It's just kind of like... Stupid is just plain stupid. And it's stupid to argue with stupid.
Alright. Just as a reminder, it is really late at night. If y'all...
Means
if you
absolutely
want,
nothing to
Flint was only able to, for Flint's earlier check, he was able to get you to where the hole they had dug was. So if anyone wants to go ahead and do another survival check to track them.
I can.
Well,
And while you're doing that, I will help you for advantage and give you this.
Right.
Yeah. She just places a hand on your shoulder and is like,
one more.
you got this.
for-
Constance."
You have advantage on it,
Okay.
Yep.
which means you roll twice and take the higher.
Okay, so that
Plus
one was
4
me.
because rolled well on guidance.
Alright, here we go.
Alright, with a
So, okay.
24,
That's a 24.
Constance, with having seen their tracks earlier and everything, and knowing where they came out, you're easily able to pick up the trail.
This way.
And with the 24, you could tell that these tracks are several hours old by this point. They have about a potentially 3 to 4 hour head start.
Okay, I relay that information to the team. Is the weather? I know it's nighttime, but is the weather clear, cloudy? Are we worried about rain? Are we good?
I will say it's a partly cloudy night, but you can
Oh.
just from the look of it, it doesn't look like it's gonna rain. With that, we'll take that your survival check into account with that, with the weather. It doesn't look like it's gonna rain.
Okay. So we don't have to worry
Tired
about
is the
yeah
how tired is the party? Because we had been
playing.
and before that I don't know if we slept in for traveling, kind of anticipating a late night or not. This is mostly for the people that aren't me. But just
Well,
actually not you either, Constance. You only need 4 hours, just like me.
Oh yeah.
y'all
the others.
are aware that the actual tavern part of the Old Boar Inn was gonna close in. It closes at midnight. So y'all had about another 2 hours or so before you were able to go to bed.
Okay.
So y'all, if
Start
y'all
thinking-
wanted to continue traveling for a little bit before you got to that point, Or it actually all depends on y'all. Do y'all want to just go for a little bit and camp outside of town to keep going, or...
I
As a
would.
little boy that's stolen, Lark wouldn't
Yeah,
really
there's boys'
stop.
life at stake. Let's go.
Hours ahead.
Yeah, they would just keep going. I was trying to figure out more in terms of, are we suffering from any exhaustion, or do we have any other issues potentially that I'm not foreseeing right away? Is more like
if
what I was
y'all-
trying to get at.
If y'all want to try and keep up and travel through the night, I am going to need a Constitution saving throw from everybody to avoid exhaustion.
Not my
So-
best
so
suit,
at-
but
As they're going, Ryoga is gonna have like his crossbow out, and he is gonna rattle off nerd facts about goblins.
and I'm assuming we've all changed back into like our armor and everything because we probably weren't wearing it when we were,
I was assuming y'all immediately went and got before y'all left the inn, y'all got your combat gear, y'all grabbed some rations and things because you didn't know how long you would be out there.
I'll pack them. Okay.
Constance, your retainers wished you the best of luck as you go out adventuring, but they will be staying here.
They never come when they're safe. It's fine. I would feel better with them being safe back at the inn.
They will make sure that your room is ready for you when you return.
And a hot meal.
Oh, that comes with staying at the end. So, but yes.
And watch the bath. Yes. Alright, Constitution, you said?
Yes, a Constitution saving throw.
pretty sure I failed.
11.
This is DC 5. You're good.
Yeah, right. We're
Well,
like wonderful on Constitution saving throws.
Forgot how to
Oh,
character sheet.
Basically.
That's okay, I'm the one who
you
really
are, I
needs it.
believe, fighters are proficient with con saves. Let me check.
Oh, they should be.
So we'll just go ahead and add your proficient. You are good, Eli. Everybody but unfortunately Lark
Ooh.
passed the con save to keep going.
Lark just decided to take a nap and is just getting held by Constance because she weighs like nothing.
I'm happy to do it. I'll sing a little lullaby.
Yep.
Where's Flint? Flint's still leading?
Yeah, Flint will be leading the party as Lark is sleeping in Constance's arms.
Okay.
I can take over tracking their stuff while you have Lark in your arms if you want.
Merci.
Shove her in a backpack. As long as her wings are safe, she's fine with that too. She's tiny.
Oh,
Like, she weighs nothing and it's tiny, guys.
I love it.
About the size of like a nice, good sized teddy bear.
Ryogo, since you said you rattled off random facts about goblins, give me
Yes.
give me either a history or a nature roll. One of the two.
I want something that is slightly disturbing about what might happen to this kid.
Oh no! Oh no!
Okay.
Might end up
that's an
being a
8.
fake a ghost story, but it can still work.
No, it's more or less it's you just give the rating like it's cheesy facts about goblins that are told and it's the facts that are told to children to make them behave.
Oh, fun.
Oh no!
My dad used to tell me that if I didn't shut up, a goblin would come and sew my mouth shut.
I wouldn't say
yeah.
that it's out of the question even now. If you keep spreading them nightmares around like that.
Oh no, they're much more likely to just stab me now.
Ryogo.
I'm not a child anymore.
A DM question.
Yes.
So am I suffering from a level of exhaustion, or am I just asleep in Constance's arms for 4 hours? I will take either one.
I would say you are probably fighting to stay awake. So you are awake, but we're going with the UA exhaustion rule, so you're just taking a cumulative -1 penalty on everything.
Okie dokie.
I'm gonna do that little trick with when putting the finger over the nose. Try to get Lark to go sleep. While also keeping an eye out for any
Alright,
noise.
it's y'all are...
She's fighting and struggling like the
Like a
little
child.
toddler that we all know.
Like, she
Yeah.
is, y'all are going full steam and running. This is just full-on force march. And as y'all are going, give me a perception check.
Perception.
I think I automatically fail this, given my
shit.
current state.
I'm still rolling with advantage, so that's a 10.
26.
Oh, heck. I'm just going to help Ryogo. As we have discovered, this is not my thing.
Lark automatically fails because she's trying to stay awake, so...
Oh.
Alrighty, so... Between Ryogo and Constance, you hear the sounds of what appears to be of an animal that is of something that is eating. And at this point, it's about dawn when y'all start hearing this.
Is it like can I tell by the sounds of the chomping how big this animal might be?
It is definitely a carnivore.
Oh,
But since you're not too familiar with the creature, you do not exactly know what this is. But I will say as y'all start getting closer to it, y'all see. Let me actually move y'all to the map right quick after I do something.
I say I'll just tell the bird, shh. There's a creature nearby.
Lark gets out of your arms and starts flying. It's just kind of like, okay.
I
I'm awake.
would
I'm awake.
when I do present the map, I would like for y'all to set up in the red square that I am putting on the map.
Okay.
And what is y'all's particular marching order in this case?
You want to do you up front? Me
Yeah, I
behind
believe
you?
Ryogo's up front.
Lark's flying now.
Probably not the blind guy first.
Well,
Yeah,
Well, it's now
about
dawn, you're no
twilight
longer
at this
blind.
point, so
Oh, Ryogo can't see?
Ryoko
Oh no,
can
no,
see.
about Eli.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Eli, at this point, it's about, like I said, it's about twilight. Early on, there is enough light to where you would be able to see without too much of an issue.
Which way is toward the goblins? East or west? Oh, that way? Alright.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
probably be up here.
Okay, right behind.
Yeah.
Freeze because I can flag.
Yeah.
Do you want Flint on the map too, DM, or since he
You
was
can have
technically
Flint on the
leading?
map.
Okay. I'd help you guys out. Who knows?
Oh, please.
It is a lovely bird.
I love ravens.
Yeah.
Alright.
Cinder is still hiding in Lark's pocket, for those wondering where the rat is.
All right, Katie, if I can get you to put yourself in the square, please.
Ah, there we go. Just figured it out. I was driving the struggle bus, but it's okay.
All right. And
You took hold of the struggle bus, and now it's no longer a struggle. It's all good.
y'all see standing over the corpse of what appears to probably be a deer or something like that
Oh, good.
are two
all
goblins
took a
and
breath.
this giant canid looking creature, which upon seeing it, Ryogo, you finally, that little thing in the back of your head finally clicks. It is a warg.
So Morgy.
And
Do
now
we
I
see the
need
little boy
everybody
anywhere?
to upon with this, the goblins. Well, actually, give me. Are y'all trying to be stealthy at this point, or are y'all trying to?
Yes,
So-
because I did warn him that there was a creature nearby, so I think you'd be a little bit.
Yeah.
Or trying.
Ryogo would have entered stealth mode at that point.
All right. Ryogo, what kind of armor are you wearing?
I am wearing a chain shirt,
All
so
right.
it should not impose disadvantage.
I know what Constance has. I know what. All right, everybody except for Eli. I need everyone to give me stealth checks. Eli, you can give me a stealth check, but you're at disadvantage because of your heavy armor.
Of course I am.
Wow. These rolls, huh?
All right.
Eli, that was a strength save rather than a stealth check.
That's not a stealth check, Eli.
Doesn't matter though.
Do we
So
let
you can
the
go
net
ahead
one
and click. You
stand?
can click stealth with disadvantage. You can click on the stealth button.
My character sheet is frozen. I think I'm gonna have to jump out of
I will go ahead and
in.
click it for you right quick since I have access to it.
Okay. Drop that.
All
real quick.
right, so let's see here. I am
Yes,
going
technically
to.
mine's a 16 because it's a -1.
All right.
Boy, the guy in heavy armor rolled a higher stealth check than I did.
I am so sorry. You were just so excited that your claws
It's-
caught on something and you took a stumble, but it's okay because you landed on all 4 paws and rushed
Oh.
back up. It just rustled a little bit of bushes as you did it.
Nothing,
or rather, I saw the warg and I was just like, oh, I know what it's called. Morgy!
oh no.
Shoot.
Abby,
I
come on,
should have said that.
we gotta role play those bad rolls as well as the good rolls. It makes
Yeah.
it more fun.
Yeah.
So, hilariously enough, as y'all are going up and sneaking, you hear the clinking of Eli's combat equipment, which is a set of chainmail, a shield. He's got a long sword, and with all of his travel equipment. He is just making tons of noise.
Eli, shh.
The two goblins are too busy cutting their way through, cutting into the flesh of this deer to try and get the hide off to pay attention. But it's at this point, as the warg is eating, he looks up and looks directly at y'all and just starts snarling heavily. And I need everyone to roll initiative, please.
Technically a 4.
Do you have a turn order? There, it's the turn order.
And just to make sure, everyone needs to click on your token and then roll initiative so it'll go into the turn order.
Click on the token.
Yeah, I messed up on that. Do you want me to re-roll or just?
I'll add y'all. Those of y'all that have already done it.
And so I click on.
Sorry.
How do I
And
roll?
mine though should be a 4 instead of a 5 because it's still a -1 penalty, just in case the other guys roll higher.
Right. So.
Oh, that wasn't it. Oh.
Which is
Yep.
fitting. She's tired. She should go last.
Oh, Constance is out, guys.
We already
that-
killed Constance.
She got X'd. She's X'd.
Oh, why was I X?
got-
I don't know.
That's enough.
That's a DM question. It was probably an accident.
I didn't do any. I may have accidentally done that when I went to go add her to the turn order.
How do I do?
You had to kill her to add her. It's okay. It's okay.
How do I do initiative?
On your character sheet, right above where your hit point total is, there are 3 numbers. There's your armor class, your initiative, and your speed.
Got it.
There you go. Nice.
Woo.
Now I need to
Ooh,
roll
nice.
for
Ready to go.
their turn for their initiatives.
Oh, look, they all rolled zeros. See, it's in the turn order.
I'm probably like 10 feet in the air.
All right. Well,
After
the
I
first
play,
one,
you
the
know,
first
my
one
plan.
rolled horribly. The second one, there we go. Okay, he keeps his initiative. Roll 20 predicted it.
You know what? It's fate.
All right. We're going to start off. Constance, you are first up. What do you do?
Of course, the noob goes first. I am going to. Okay. Can I do control flames and mutate the light from the torches to turn into creatures to distract them?
I don't believe that would be possible in this instance. Just because of the fact of you don't have a really big the flame wouldn't be able to move, and all you have is the little flame that's on Eli's torch.
How much space is between me and the closest creature, the goblin?
Just you can go 20 feet.
Okay. And what was the warg? Is that what the creature is
The
called?
big one is a warg, yes.
Okay. I'm going to throw Starry Wisp at the warg.
Alrighty.
So let me get my spells.
Oh, well, you don't have to click on it from there. On your main character sheet, there is a button in the attacks and spellcasting section, which is below where your hit point total is.
Give us any speech prior to this fight as we were walking around for hours, just something really inspiring and motivational and leadership worthy.
From me?
Yep, this is an Eli question.
Oh, I think Eli is, you're kind of lulled into walking through the forest, and his inspiring message when he sees the guys look at him, and Kral goes, well, shit. Let's get to it, folk.
That's like that's a what a +4 temporary hit points right there.
Ooh, I love the don't get stabbed game.
Okay.
Super
That's-
inspiring.
Half starry
Yeah.
wisp.
Unfortunately,
I guess,
a
yeah, that's
10 misses as you try
Oh.
and shoot. You're shooting for the warg. Were you shooting for a warg or a goblin?
Org.
The warg, unfortunately, starry wisp that misses. You
Oh.
describe how your starry wisp looks.
It comes out with a pure bright light, and kind of goes towards it like a comet.
All right. Unfortunately, with him being as prepared, noticing right away he was already in a defensive posture. The warg just easily ducks out of the way as it flies past him.
Oh, je désolé.
Is there
I'm
anything else you
sorry.
would like to do?
Oh. Can't do that. Sorry, guys. I'm looking at my spell sheet. Ice knife.
Unfortunately, you use your action for Starry Wisp, and just as a
You could-
reminder, you do have only one spell slot left.
One spell. Okay.
But you can move, I believe, up to 30 feet, Constance, or you can have a
Yep.
bonus action if you have anything that takes a bonus action. But it can't be another spell. Well, you cast a cantrip, so technically it could be a bonus action spell if you had it.
Okay. Can I do control flames? No, there's no flames, so there's no point in doing that. Never mind.
It's another action.
No, but it'd be But if you wanted to move
Oh.
closer, or
Misty step.
that's level 2.
Well, no, she has the feat that allows her to do it.
Ah, nice.
Ooh.
If you wanted to do it, yes, but just also as a reminder, that is a once a day thing.
Yep.
You could also just run 30 feet somewhere if you wanted to, and
No, I
not
want
use up
to
the feature.
I don't want to get too close because I'm a range character.
Yeah,
Then you might want
yeah,
to
you
stay. If you're within like 30 feet of all of them, you can just stay put where you are, or like maybe move behind a tree for extra cover.
Okay, let me see. So 30 feet. Let's see. I'm trying to decide. Okay,
I'm
I'm gonna
giving
move
you
30
an
feet
idea
this way.
of distance for just.
Yeah, help me out here.
Oh,
Like a quarter cover or half cover or something.
that would
add
be
to her
about for
AC?
ranged attacks. That would be a half cover. I'll give it half
Okay,
cover
because I don't want to go over here. or
from
do
where
that.
they're standing.
So Constance, what that means is like if you have like half cover or quarter cover, like 3/4 cover or half cover, it adds to your armor class.
Okay.
So when you're especially when you're ranged like that, sometimes it's really good to look for objects to try to boost that AC that way, so it's harder for them to hit you.
Okay.
So if you don't want to move closer, a good way to use your movement instead is to like duck behind something that's like in this case we have trees and bushes.
Okay, so where I am right now, is that 30? I can't tell.
Yeah, that's a good place for you too. So you just have to remember to add, if it comes to it, to remember to add like half cover to your AC.
Okay. How would I do that? Well, that's for our next turn. What would
That's not a number.
I'm just looking
I
up.
would have to make sure to add it to make sure if I hit you or not.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
which it's a +2 bonus to like your AC or something like that.
All right, so I'm gonna move behind the trees.
All right. Next up, we have Ryogo.
All right. I'm gonna take a little bit of a step closer, and I've had my crossbow ready for a bit, so I'm just gonna raise it right up to this little gobbo friend right there, and let the pull the trigger, let the string snap, and the bolt fly.
Alrighty.
Does
Go
a
for it.
Wow. Does a 12 hit the little gobo?
Rolls, guys.
Unfortunately, the goblin
no.
ducks out of the way as he sees your crossbow bolt coming.
Boy.
And he shouts something at you in Goblin. Do you happen to speak Goblin by chance?
I do not. It is not one of my languages.
But you can just tell with the way he shouted at you, it was not something pleasant.
Yeah, imagine. Okay then. Then I'm just gonna shift back here a little bit, and I'll stay with Lark for the time being, and I'll kind of like put away the crossbow because I think they're going to be coming here soon, and pull out my pike, and that'll be my turn for the yeah, that'll be my turn.
Alrighty, a Mr. Eli.
I'm over here trying to figure out how to use the measuring tool.
There is a ruler on the left-hand side. If
You can
click on
easily
it-
make it to the first goblin or
Got it.
the ward.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just gonna be like, oh, come on now. And, he's gonna try to rush. I know this isn't on my character sheet, but it is flavor text. He's gonna try to rush the little goblin and, like, bash him with the heaviness of his armor on the way past to swinging at the warg.
Alright, that is more a...
It's not a thing. It's just flavor. I mean, I get it, but...
Alright, so you're not actually trying to knock him out of the way or anything. Oh, nice! That is a clean hit on the ward.
Yeah,
That hit.
He's gonna try to do a
The
little damage on his
ward-
way past. Why not? But he's going after the ward.
Alright, move your token up to where it's right next to the ward.
You like hugely overestimate my ability to use this program.
Thank you, Eli.
Be careful, Eli.
Oh, come on now. I just gave him a little love tap so I think twice about messing with local townsfolk.
DM, do we see the little boy anywhere in this
I was about to
chaos?
ask, since I'm hidden, do I see him anywhere?
Give me a... on your turn, you can give me a perception check for that.
Okay. Lark, you're next, so you can probably do it first.
Is there anything
Well, the
else
question is-
you would like to do, Eli, before you...
Nope, I think that's about it.
Alright, so... this warg, who is now heavily injured, you did a good amount of damage to it. Looks at you,
Woo!
Eli. Snarls and tries to bite you. And it misses.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh, that's right, I had that still set to that. But it rolled a 14 to hit.
Ain't even worried about it.
Yeah, you're easily able to step out of the way and all that to try and avoid it hitting you. Alright, and now it is... which one? This goblin's turn. It will... seeing an opportunity, it'll move around the backside of pinning Eli in a bit of a rough spot, and try and hit him with his really crude scimitar that he draws. And he hits you for 3 damage.
Oof.
And just to be on the safe side, he is able to... And he goes and he moves the rest of his movement out of harm's way.
Would that provoke an attack of opportunity?
Unfortunately not. He uses his bonus action to disengage.
Oh, darn
Goblins, man.
it. Baby all goblin-y.
And that is the rest of that goblin's turn. Lark, it is your turn.
Lark is going to turn to Flint and say, "You have the eyes of an eagle and the heart of a queen. Look for the little boy." And Flint is just feeling very inspired during this and is going to do a perception as flies around the entire area looking for a little boy. So I'm going to give you a
Alrighty.
perception on that.
Great job.
And Flint crits, but also just for fun, gets to add a d6 to the roll. So that's a crit plus a 20 plus a 3, so 26 for Flint
All
to
right.
find to find our missing child. And that's
Y'all-
just Flint's part.
Alrighty. We'll get to what Flint finds here in a
Okay.
second. What would you like to do with the rest of your turn?
Well, does Flint is Flint fast with that crit to let Lark know the location? Because that would depend on where Lark flies.
I will go
If not, I
ahead
can do
and
it.
give you this now. Flint can easily tell there is no one else here besides these 2 goblins and this warg.
Okay.
Y'all are on the right path, because this is the path of the tracks y'all have been following. But these are not the... There should be a lot more. There should be more goblins here than just these 2 and the warg, with the amount of tracks y'all have been following.
I'm gonna move Flint around because I imagine Flint's somewhere around here,
Yeah,
still
Flint's-
looking.
Flint noticed... Well, the rest of the information we'll get what... Flint will notice some stuff over here, but we will resolve that here in a second.
Okay. It's doing that. Lark gonna kind of fly up, probably around 15 feet now, just to make sure a clear angle. And is going to go and use her sling, because that's what she can do.
Well,
So that's a 16 to hit, technically.
Who are you hitting?
The little goblin on the side of Eli.
The one by Eli and the warg?
okay.
Yeah.
Alright, you beam this goblin good. But it is still standing.
Alright. About 15 feet in the air, but her cover's probably blown at the moment, so wide open in the air.
Alright.
And that's her turn.
Alright. See, having this happen, the goblin is going to disengage away from Eli. draw his short bow and do a quick shot. And hits Eli with an 18.
Oh, never mind.
And
I thought he was trying to
5
get
damage
retribution.
to Eli. And with the rest of his movement, he is going to continue to move also into the trees for behind this tree for cover.
Like thinking he's trying to get retribution so quickly, and I'm like,
And Constance, it is now
Eli,
your...
how are you looking?
Wait,
Eli, how you looking?
It backed away from Eli and then shot Eli. It didn't try to shoot at Lark.
No, it did not try and shoot at Lark. It shot at it shot at Eli.
Yeah, Eli's just gonna be like, hold on a second, I'll get to you next.
How's Eli looking?
He's standing. He's doing alright. He's not quite
Doesn't look-
bloody.
Okay, sure. No, I thought he would try to do retribution on Lark too. I was ready for it. I was like, okay.
Oh yeah.
I was like, this is justified.
Yeah, he seems annoyed more than anything else. He's like, I will kick your ass in a minute. Wait your turn.
Love it.
Constance, it is your turn.
Okay. Can I do ice knife?
You can. Just as a reminder, it
That's
does
fine,
have
that's
a
fine.
secondary explosion effect.
Yes, I read that.
Okay. Who are you
And
shooting?
Israel.
I'm gonna shoot the one that's behind the tree of Eli. That can also
one?
view. No, other one.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Just to let
So
you know,
you can
he will
ping
definitely
a-
have like half to potentially 3/4 cover from where you're at. If you're gonna try and hit one, this one would probably be just letting you know. Just it'll be more difficult to hit this goblin over here versus this goblin over here.
Okay. I just want to make sure. Okay, no, he's not gonna hit. It's not gonna hit Eli
Oh, no,
if I do it.
it's-
Okay, yeah. Okay, I sniped to the other one then.
All right, give me an click on the button that says Ice Knife.
Shoot that.
Well, I will say, describe how your ice knife connects with the goblin.
Okay, the ice knife shoots out and hits directly for its throat. Hoping to lodge into its throat.
All right, is as soon as it connects with the throat of this goblin, the goblin just looks, as it's holding its bow, just looks over. It gets wide-eyed as this piece of ice comes at it. And as the body starts to freeze over, it completely explodes, taking out the goblin.
You just thought you could use some cooling off.
Fun thing, you nearly did double its hit point total.
Oh,
Oh
what?
boy.
Nonsense. You've been carrying around that thing this whole time?
It's new, okay? I'm still working with it.
Just be careful where you're pointing that thing.
It's a bit of a fussy to feel.
Anything else there, Miss Constance?
Nope, no bonus action.
All right. Ryogo, your turn.
All right then. I am going to I'm going to run this way. I'm kind of coming around. I'm assuming he's using this tree as cover from this way.
He was using the tree as cover to try and keep from potentially Eli doing anything. But where you're standing, he doesn't have the cover bonus.
All right. And then I'm going to swing out with my pike and see if I can snag him real quick. No, not really.
Unfortunately, that misses.
Yeah. Fair enough. Well, I am going to go ahead and activate my Tabaxi ability to double my speed for the round. And I'm going to scooch real quick around this warg
Ooh.
to give Eli flanking. And that'll be my turn.
Alrighty. Eli, what do you do?
Well, you know, he was gonna yell, "What do you think I am? Some kind of sneaky, you know, person? I ain't no rogue."
My game over here, but I'm pretty good.
Describe how you dispatch this ward.
Casually.
Just mosey on over.
Yeah. Eli's one of these people who's very much not aware of his own strength. I mean, he's just a simple man who plays guitar. This sword swinging is just, you know, what he does in his spare time. And ain't like he any good at it. But yeah, he dispatches the warg without, you know, really paying attention to it, and then looks across at Ryogo, and he's like, "You all right? I saw you come running over here like your cat with his tail on fire. I mean, you know, we got Miss Constance can maybe patch you up if she don't freeze you solid first."
He would put out the fire.
I'm a runner. I like to run around.
I suppose that's true. Would put out the fire. I mean, yeah, okay, we got what, one more? Right. Focus.
Yeah. There's one more.
Right. So, anything else there, Eli?
No.
Are you gonna? You do have your movement led if you want to movement.
Oh, that is right.
So
Yeah, he'll check to make sure that Ryogo's all right, and then he's just gonna like start walking towards the other goblin with that look on his face that clearly says, "You're next." Just that kind of quiet menace.
All right. I am about to remind you of some in Discord right quick.
Do I have powers that I'm not using?
You have one you could use right now. That could help.
I
you
only
out.
saw leadership. Leadership's the only one that I saw, so could definitely be missing something.
I mean, you are very inspiring.
Oh, I did not see that on my character sheet, but sure. Yeah, I'll slash at the next dude. Why not?
Oh no, it's not a slash thing. It's a minor healing ability that fighters have.
Oh, okay. I didn't see it written on my thing.
I am about to. There you go.
And once again, roll 20 is down. So I'll see you all in a minute.
Do you want me to go? Would you like for me to roll the 1d10 for you?
Yes, please. Oh, yeah.
right.
More health than I even have. Nice.
Well, no, it puts you back to full. That plus your
Yeah, it
fighter
did.
level.
Bum, bum, bum.
All right. Anything else there? You've already moved. You used your bonus action. That is it for you. The warg is no more. That leaves the goblin. The goblin, seeing the dire straits that it's in, he uses his
We need
bonus action to disengage.
Don't we need him alive to find the boy?
25, 30, and he
Not
just starts
particularly.
running. I'll reveal more of the map just because.
Yeah.
Alright, he's about there, and that is. Let's see here.
How far is that? Ah, darn, can't reach.
25, 35.
Yes, the ever-present rulers of the spellcasters seeing if their spells reach.
Yep.
Alright. That is
Makes you
his
little-
full movement.
Ah!
And that is his turn.
That is not fair. I can't reach you
Cool.
now.
Lark, it is your turn.
Flint figure out, because now that part of the maps are revealed, did that nat 20 tell us anything about the boy over in that direction?
He recognizes that
Any
there
type-
are more sets of tracks that lead off into the direction that the goblin is running.
And I imagine Flint is going to can reach, so going to give Lark some advantage on this. She's going to go here and is just like, knock this off. Does an 11 hit?
Unfortunately, an 11 misses.
Oh well, what can I say? Still keeping up a little bit. Flint's keeping up with the goblin.
All right. Constance.
How many feet can I move forward without wasting a turn?
30 feet.
30 feet.
30 feet. Okay, let me see. Right there? Okay.
That'd be its.
Measurement go away. Right here?
Yeah, that'd be about as far as you can go.
Oh, let me move. Right there, I think it was. Okay. And then let me see if that helps me out in any way.
That negates any cover issues you would have.
Okay, and that's 60 feet, so let's do Starry Whip. Stealth. If am I saying that correctly?
Yeah, Starry
Yes.
Wisp, yes.
Alright, here we go. Did you do anything? Oh, at what level? 1?
It's a Starry Wisp is a cantrip, so it's not. I think you just have it as level 1.
Oh, you need you don't remember on the first page where it has it? You would need to click it from there, not your spells tab.
Okay. Oh, right. Okay, going down. There we go. Okay, here it comes.
Unfortunately,
Problem is
that
me.
also misses.
Ah!
The goblin is very good at ducking. I'm just imagining, like, he sees a bullet, ducks, and starts seeing this radiant damage out of him, and it's like one of those back bends where it's just like you see a stream of light over him, and he's just probably cursing up a storm.
He
Because
follows
the
he
goblin
follows
tools
the
and all that.
philosophy of the 5 Ds. Dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge.
You can
Dodge.
almost see the training that this goblin has gone under as he just dodges and weaves under all the spells and sling bullets and everything we throw at him. It's almost martial art like.
Then I can't move anymore, right?
Unfortunately not.
Correct.
Well, the only thing
Alright,
you would be able to do at this point is if you wanted to Misty Step closer.
Oh, I can do it because I already used 2 spells.
It is a bonus action.
Aha!
And
Well-
if you have used only used a cantrip as a main action, you could cast Misty Step as a bonus action.
Okay, then let's do that.
Like- Yeah, if you had cast something like Cure Wounds, which is an actual spell slot, then you're limited to 1 spell slot spell per turn. Is the way it kind of goes.
Okay, and Misty Step, I don't have to click anything. I just move forward 30 feet.
Mhm.
Nope. You
Yeah, it's
just
automatic.
go ahead and move.
Let's see, 30 feet. Right there. Okay, let's do that. Hold on. Wrong click. There we go. Right there. I think.
Alrighty. Ryogo, it is your turn.
Turns around and like kind of disappears into these bushes for a bit and goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when he pops out, he's got his heavy crossbow again. And he's just, hi there! Snap.
So please.
Surprise! Ah, there it is. Does a 16 hit him?
How would you like to describe your shot?
Woo!
I pretty much like that. Like, this goblin is like running around, and like Eli was making a quip at him, and he was just, and Rio goes like, I just like to run, and he kind of like twirls around and disappears into the bushes over here. And as this goblin is running, and he's kind of like looking back over here because of the raven, Ryogo just kind of like pops out of the side and goes, hi there. Pulls the trigger, and the bolt just kind of disappears into the goblin's ear.
All right, and
yeah.
with the amount of force that is behind that heavy crossbow, you said it goes into his ear. It basically, because of the way he was like dodging everything, his neck twisted and it separated. The momentum the way he was moving and the momentum of that crossbow bolt just takes his head and it keeps going. And it stops when it hits the next tree. So you basically took his head off and pinned it to the tree.
That was not
And that is the end of your first combat.
Woo!
Lark is going to say a prayer for their souls to be departed into the Raven Queen's keeping. Evil or not, she takes all souls.
As you finish your prayer, you feel this cooling sensation, like going down your back. It's not it's like mildly comforting.
It's of winter. I like the cold.
All right. So, what does
Lark is not used by that
everybody
at all.
do after this?
Look for the
Follow
boy.
the tracks. Yeah, follow the tracks. Flint found the tracks over on the other, in that little pathway.
Ryogo wants to take the time to hide the bodies.
Alrighty.
We don't want we don't want them alerted that we're here yet.
So, Constance and is like, can you make the fire to just kind of burn them into ashes real quick, but try to keep it low flame, low smoke, so it doesn't go past the tree line? That might be the fastest way to bury bodies. Like, that's faster than burying them.
So Ryogo
Right,
brings
but
them
at that point though, like you might want to check through their bodies for anything, because they did steal a bunch of stuff from the blacksmith.
That is true.
And if they still have it on them, then we can check and burn them.
Ryogo, you check the bodies and then bring them over here as this clearing.
Why are we
That
burying
sounds
folks?
good.
Shouldn't we be running like a little bunny, hopping along, trying to find
Oh.
that kid?
Yeah, that's
You and Mark go
kind
ahead.
of why I recommended hiding them first.
Why?
Lark's just trying to get their souls to taken to the queen, but she's going to be just picking up. DM, this is a basic question. She was using her sling. Will any pebbles do to replace sling bullets, or do I have to keep track
You're
of
able to
specific type
find
of?
You're able to find if you're able to find when you find you can find big enough rocks to be able to fit inside of your sling. To be
It's gonna
able
replace
to,
those 2 bullets that you used. Then?
Yes. Ryogo, go ahead and
And-
give me some investigation check. Investigation check if you're gonna check the bodies.
All right. Well, so hiding them, because this is a patrol. This has got to be a patrol. And if somebody comes across if one of the goblins comes across these dead bodies, then they're going to be on alert, and it's going to make it more difficult to get the boy out.
Fair enough.
Because what is it?
Say, Mark, I
Don't
know how
necessarily.
you can come back to Zathir and burn the bodies after they find the boy.
Exactly. So
That's fine.
if we can just like hide them real quick, and then once we get the boy, maybe we can like check through their bodies to see if there's anything.
Like it might be a little bit of a strength thing in order to move the bodies and put bushes over them.
I
If
would just
the
say
three
give
of you
me
handle that.
give me. You can either do sleight of hand or stealth checks to try and hide the bodies.
All of us?
With it, because there's multiple
Well, I was
people,
thinking-
we're not going to have the issue of being able to drag a body over to try and get it out of the way.
Yeah,
I was
you
just-
just have summon moves.
I was just thinking
right.
while they do that, because they're investigating the bodies, they're moving the bodies, they're hiding the bodies, Flint and Lark could just be looking to see like more about the footprints, because Flint can go up to 100 feet away from her and report back. So I kind of figure Lark is just blind and deaf at the moment while looking through Flint's eyes for the next 100 feet.
I have no help in the sleight of hand.
I know a lot about hiding bodies.
Not so much. Not so
Ryogo,
much.
you remember to take the crossbow bolt out of the tree, so that way the head's just not sitting there. You're able to find a good bit of fallen branches just to cover everything up. Everything on that end is all hunky-dory. Constance, you find, well, yes, he exploded. There's still some big chunks. You basically just find like one little bit, like you find one chunk. You get a really little branch and you just put it over the top, and it's like, there we go.
Oh,
Team, done.
And I'll let your
You'll
20
have
carry
some
over, Ryogo, for the
real
ward.
all right.
Yeah, it works. You really fun to hide.
Secretly,
and-
Ryogo also wants to skin that ward for its hide.
Nice.
DM, for the next 100 feet, does Flint find anything? Lark is currently blind and deaf to everything that's going around.
I'll let the crit from earlier carry over. He is able to find a path that he is able to re-pick up the trail of footprints heading in the same direction that y'all were already heading.
Say, my
Okay, 'cause I
detect magic is gone, right? Because it's been more than an hour.
What?
Say, my detect magic is gone because it's been more than an hour.
Detect magic only lasts for 10 minutes.
Okay.
And y'all were running through the night, so at this point, it is
been hours.
dawn.
Yeah,
It's
way
8
dawn.
a.m. Y'all have been up for probably close to... I'm not sure how all of y'all's characters are, but you're nearing probably the 24-hour mark.
I'm just thinking, like, in the idea of time, that's what Lark would be doing, because she's going to be useless for, hiding bodies. And she knows it.
I hate the piece.
But yeah, so you are able to pick up the trail on...
Alright, so as soon as everybody else is like, we got the bodies taken care of, she's like, we go that way.
Alright, and as our heroes run deeper into the woods to save young Ronnie from whatever the goblins had planned, that is where we are going to end session 1.
Oh.
I hope everyone enjoyed it. Come back in for the next episode where they continue on their quest to save young